morning. I am about to make my breakfast. I was gonna have pancakes. I actually don't fancy them that much. I think I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I'm gonna make porridge instead, so it's more like warming. I still have to kind of check in on myself on decisions like, why don't you want that? But then I'm like, well, it's not driven by calories. Like, I don't even know how many calories are in pancakes compared to porridge. So I'm like, no, it's a preference. But I guess after like years and years of all my decisions being dictated by calories, I don't know, it's taken me like a long time to really trust myself and my own like preferences and decisions and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, I do just want porridge. I quite like about making porridge is I don't know how many calories are in it, and I make all sorts of like different variations and flavours, and I don't like go, oh, I can't have that one this time because it's more calories than the other one last time. Like, it doesn't all need to be the exact same and tracked and measured and equalised and whatever other robotic equation, like, it's just food. My hair's like a bird's nest. Oh God, I just can't even get my fingers through it. Oh well. Yeah, he's trying to soak up the sun. So last night we actually ended up with another dog in the garden. So I went over to a friend's house for a takeaway and some wine, and she only lives a couple of doors down from us. And then on the walk home, there was like this German Shepherd just running around the roads, and I was like, oh my God, I can't just leave him in the roads. What if he gets hit? So I brought him home. We put him in the garden, like gave him some food and water. But Bren was like, what the hell? You've gone out for 2 glasses of wine and come home with a German Shepherd. I got asked a question on YouTube the other day, which I wanted to answer now, but I'm recording on my phone, so I can't read it. I'll just go and get my laptop. Okay, I found it. Right, this person says, like, nice things, thank you. One thing I do struggle with though is thinking it's okay for Meg, she can eat like this, and yet her weight has settled at a point where she still looks super slim. Whereas if I was to eat like this, I would gain a lot more weight and be much larger than you. If I could guarantee my recovered body would be like yours, I would be able to do all the things you suggest, but because I know it won't, I feel I can't. Does that make any sense? Did you ever feel like this? Do you have any suggestions or ways I can help to overcome this type of thinking? Sending lots of love from Scotland. Hey. So, like, yes, 100% I can relate to that type of thinking and imagine it. And it's quite a hard question for me to answer, but I'm gonna give it a go. So I totally get that fear of like, what is your natural weight? You might never even have known what it is. Like if you got ill young, you might not even know what your natural unweight suppressed weight would be. You might be born into a smaller body, you might be born into a larger body. Like there's a lot of like unknown, uncertainty, anxiety, and then you can be like, oh my God, so I can't do it because I don't know, or it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be terrible. If I knew it would be slim, then fine, but blah, blah, blah. I'm back. So would I recover if I was gonna be recovering into a larger body? Right, I like to think yes, because the way I've coped with like body and body image and changing body during recovery has been about like body acceptance, and this kind of idea that you're not really recovering for a certain body type, you're recovering for your life. So I've tried to really focus on like the life that I want to live rather than the body that I want to live it in. And that way, whatever your like natural body size is supposed to be is almost irrelevant because you're focusing on the life you want to live rather than the body. So I actually had another way to answer this question, which I need some props for. So I'm gonna go and get them. Oh my God. Right, my props are in here, but it's such a shit show. I don't know how I'm gonna find them. To be fair, my whole room's actually a little bit messy right now. Like, I don't know why, all the cupboards are open. I try to be tidy, but then I just get really lazy when I'm getting undressed and just like leave all my clothes lying out. And then I get to the point where I'm like, right, it needs tidying away. I don't know why I don't just put them away in the first place. Right, this is what I was looking for. I just need to find a couple more. Ah, there we are. Right, they're not quite as different as I'd hoped they'd be, but just gonna go with it. Okay, so just pick one. All right, I'm gonna try and illustrate how like body acceptance, body diversity, set point, that kind of thing helped me in my body changing and gaining weight and accepting that. So a friend actually introduced me to the analogy of like your body's genetic set range being like an elastic band. So I'm using a hairband, but like let's say this is my natural body. So when it's like this, it's relaxed, there's no tension, it doesn't take any effort to exist like this. It just rests here naturally. And if you think of it like a body, like that would then free up like time, mental resources, physical resources for other things. You can be interested in people, you can be present, you don't need to think about food, you don't need to fight anything, you can eat what you want, and you don't need to restrict to force the band to be anything other than what it naturally is. I don't know if that explains it very well yet, but maybe it'll get better when I do this, right? So if I try and manipulate this band into something that it's not naturally supposed to be, then I'm going to create tension in it. In the same way that if I weight suppress, like I'm going against my biology and that creates tension. So it's not relaxed, it's not easy, like I can feel the band fighting back against me. So I'm actively having to pour my energy and like my thinking and physical activity into fighting against what the band naturally wants to do. So like applied to my body, what does that mean for my life? Well, I now wouldn't have as much mental resources or time or energy to dedicate to other things which I might care about because I'm putting it all into forcing the band to do something it doesn't naturally want to do. Like I'm using up my finite energy and resources on this. So I have to sacrifice them from another area of my life. I also have to actively do this. So I have to actively think about food, calories, and restriction, because if I didn't, if I stopped doing those things, then my biology would win and it would fight back and it would ping the band back to the state it wants to be. So to stop that from happening, I have to actively do something to manipulate it. Even if I prefer the band like that, like you can't just look at that in isolation because the fact is you've got a whole life existing around your body. I don't mean to trivialize it, but it's almost like a cost and gains, like maybe I do prefer the band like that, but is it worth the price I have to pay to achieve it? Your body is never going to adapt to weight suppression or to semi-starvation or to anything that's fighting how it naturally exists. Just like this band isn't one day going to go, okay, I'll just stay like this and free you up to carry on living your life. It kind of isn't either or. It's like fight it and put up with all the shit that takes to do, or let go and accept it. Like you don't have to like it, but accept that this is your natural band shape, body shape, and then that frees you up to live the life you want to live. So like that to me is the point of body acceptance. Like you don't need to love your natural shape, but you kind of accept it in favour of the life that it allows you to live, because fighting it frankly fucks everything up. Just gotta put the aircon on, I'm getting hot. Sorry if it's noisy. And then another thing to accept is that your band is not going to be the same size as somebody else's band. So this is the band that I was just using, but I'll also use this one, and this one. So this was my like hypothetical example of natural body shape, but it could also be this or this. I really wish these were more different, but this is the best I've got. Or like this, which is no different at all. But like each of us are born into different natural body sizes. The sizes are different, but what's shared is that each of them are like resting, natural, and it's not taking effort to achieve those things. So like someone in this band, which is like just relaxed, can live a full life. Like there's no effort required to keep the band like that. And someone in this band can do the same thing. Like both these people are not putting effort into manipulating their band shape, so their resources are freed to live a full life. And like it or not, like it just is, they are just different sizes. So person X might be recovered at BMI X, whereas for person Y at BMI X, they are still like disordered and they still need to restrict their food to maintain that size. Whereas if person Y accepts that they're not supposed to be BMI X and like lets themselves be BMI Y, then they don't have to like override and weight suppress, and they can then live like a full unrestricted life. So like for me, accepting body diversity was kind of accepting that like we are all just born into a body. Like it's a genetic lottery. This is just your lottery ticket. And it won't be the same as somebody else's, but it just is what it is. Like it's not your fault. You were born into it. It's nothing you've done wrong. It's nothing that needs fixing or overriding. Like it just is. And then I kind of think like, when you look back on your life, how do you want to remember it? Do you want to remember that your band was like this? Maybe you even preferred it, but look at everything you sacrificed for it. Or do you want to remember that you accepted your natural band? Maybe you didn't love it, but look at everything it allowed you to do and the life that you were able to live. And then this is just the body you happen to be born into to live a full life. I don't know if that's made sense or if that worked. I really kind of wanted the bands to be a bit more different, but you know, they're different enough in all sorts of ways as well. Like there's a lot more differences just beyond, shape and size. It's kind of just like letting go of judgment and control. And it's not even asking you to like it or to love it, it's just accept it. Like it just is. You, like everybody else, are a product of body diversity. So yeah, body neutral, life positive, radical acceptance, like accept the body you were born into, allow it to be its natural size, and then you can focus on loving and living the full life that allows you to live. This is Bertie's best friend, Mango, and she's come over for a play date. Oh, hello. Bertie, no, sweetheart. Hi, Mango. Mango! Oh my god. So he jumps up on me when he needs a breather. Good boy. I'm going to play? Go! After saying I should be more tidy, I've just got changed into a dress. I'm going out to meet a friend for lunch and chucked my clothes straight down. And I'm putting some perfume on because I'm allowed to use my nice things. Betty, are you looking for dogs? Are you looking for dogs?
Don't try too hard.
I just ordered pizzas for dinner and I completely forgot I had pizza for lunch.
I think I can start tomorrow.
Right, good morning. I'm feeling a bit better this morning. It was probably just a hangover. So I'm gonna make some pancakes for breakfast. Bren's just gone out for a run, but obviously different bodies, different paths. Like just because he's doing exercise doesn't mean I need to. Just because he's not eating breakfast right now doesn't mean I can't. Yeah, just be your own awesome self. Last time I made them too thick. Like they actually tasted of powder. But I think that's actually too thin now. That's just going to move them over a hob. It's like a wider ring. It's not the best, but I'm sure it tastes good. Bertie's been sat watching me the whole time.
Come here. Come here, darling. Gonna come for a cuddle? Come here, puppy. Hello, darling. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, good boy.
Another thing about like body acceptance is it's not judgmental. It's not saying it's like a good thing or a bad thing. It's not saying you have to love your body. It just is a thing. Like, you don't have to love your legs to be able to go out and have a good day. And even if you don't love your legs or whatever body part, like, it's almost a bit of a like, so what? Like, and people will still love you. You will still be able to have fun. You will still be able to laugh. Like, you might even be able to laugh more because your head isn't consumed with thoughts of food and calories and weight and planning and all of that shit. I really don't mean to trivialize it, but like, if you think about your values and what really matters to you in life, like your family or your friends, your pets, your little puppies, having fun, being a good person, like your genuine core values, do they align to how I look or what my legs are like? Can I control my calories or my weight? And like, what do you care about in other people as well? Are you friends with your friends because of the shape of their whatever, or is it because they're good people and they're fun to be around and they're nice and kind and caring and interested in you or interesting themselves? Like, whatever, what is it you love about other people? What are your core values? And if it's not shape, weight, size, looks, whatever, like, that's just it. Those are your values. It's not different for you. Like, your values are your values. What you care about in people is what you care about. Like, it's just needing to reflect it on yourself. So if you're at your natural size and you don't love your body, or you're worried when you get to your natural size you won't love your body, like, I don't know, maybe have a bit of a like, so what? Which is weird because you've maybe poured every single thought for the last however many years into controlling how you look, but like, genuinely stop and question it. So what? Is it what you value? Is it what you care about in others? Is it what you're going to remember when you look back on your life, aged 80, if you're that lucky? Are you going to remember your jean size, or what you weighed, or how many calories you ate, or whether your legs touched? Or are you going to remember like having fun, being connected with people, being present, being involved? I don't know. Forming relationships, forming memories. My sister-in-law taught me this thing she uses of the fuck it bucket for, like, I don't know, things that go wrong in your life, mistakes, but like things that don't actually matter that much. In the moment you're like, oh my god, this is the end of the world, but like, some things that go wrong like really don't matter that much, and you put them in the fuck it bucket. So like, if it's your body, a bit you don't particularly like, or you're having a bad body image day, or I don't know, you'd rather look like so-and-so, or whatever it is, like, it can go in the fuck it bucket. And it sounds like I'm really trivializing it, and I really don't mean to. I think I'm just trying to, like, I don't know, give it some perspective and try to like step back and look at the big picture and think about what's actually important to you in life. And are you directing your time and energy at the things which really matter and which really are important, or are you directing them at controlling your body, weight suppressing, managing your calories or your activity or whatever it is? Like, is that the stuff that's really important? Are you pouring your energy and time and mental space into the things which really matter to you? Oh, When started the hairdryer, the dog's like, what? What is that? What is that?
Betty, I love you so much. I love you so much. You're my best dog.
Wonder where Stevie is. So I'm just editing the video, realised I didn't sign off, so goodbye. I hope the video's okay. It's a difficult topic and I'm never going to be able to cover everything, but like another thing that has helped me with this kind of topic is around like body comparison, and my psychologist taught me loads about like the biases of our comparison, but I think I'll just have to do another whole video about that. So I'm going to finish editing. I've actually got a snack of apple and raisins and cinnamon heated up in the microwave with peanut butter, honey and Greek yogurt, which is like my favourite snack at the moment. I absolutely love it. Lots of love to everyone. I don't know when I'll next do a video, but